life. I feel your presence.
Welcome back to the Tista Talk Show, your guide to building strong and lasting relationships. Yeah, it's another new episode of the Tista Talk Show, and it really promises to be exciting, insightful, full of a lot of things to learn. Every new relationship is full of excitement, tingling feelings, happiness, butterflies. That's what every new relationship entails. You just happy, just like the honeymoon phase. But there's something beneath all this, and that's where I captured the topic, the dance of a new relationship, the stumbling block to overcome. Oh yeah, so every new relationship, like I said, is full of happiness. In fact, let me just talk about it as love. Many people often capture love as something that is very, very perfect. And as much as you love someone, oh God, everything is perfect and okay. And in as much as you know that that person also loves you, everything is already perfect and okay. But this is real life. This is life. Because you love someone does not mean that everything will just be as perfect. In fact, love is a test. You can claim that you love someone, but it needs to be proved that you truly love them. And that's where the downs of a new relationship comes from. Yes, what actually joins the both of you together, whether you guys are dating, whether you guys, in fact, it also captures friendship and life in general, love. In a new relationship, yes, that's what you started with, that's what brought you to your partner because you love them. But love needs to be tested. In fact, in a new relationship, there is a stage you get to be like, oh, I really love this person. That's because it has been tested. And so, for your love to be tested, I'm going to be diving deep into those ways, into those ways that your love be tested. Like what you should expect in a new relationship, so that you just don't back down and say you're not doing this anymore. That's not what you expected to get from your new relationship. Oh no, this is not for me. I thought I loved this person, so why can't I do all this? Yes, it's not your fault. It's because your love needs to be tested, and that's how it happens in all of the new relationships. Except you are very, very experienced with love, can you easily overcome those challenges? So, the first thing I'm going to be talking about today is misunderstanding. Oh, if you are in a relationship, if you are listening to the Tista Talk Show and you're in a relationship, maybe you are just starting out, or you are a little bit into the relationship with months, please, I want you to know that you should expect misunderstandings. The thing is, there are some relationships that it can be like this. The first month into the relationship, you guys really do understand each other. You just realize that you fit into each other's life, but nothing can be that perfect. So you should expect in the nearest future that when the tingly sensations, the butterfly honeymoon phase fades, you would expect to have some misunderstanding when you are no longer feeling butterflies, and you guys just need to come together and make sure your idea is one. So what there is something that is something you should really, really expect. What is misunderstanding? Misunderstanding is so deep. I'm going to be diving into it now. Misunderstanding is as simple as you having you acting in a specific way, but your partner doesn't see it that way. And then they misread whatever it is you have done, you said, or you have acted, and they use it to judge you. They use it to act towards you, or they use it to react in the relationship. It can be as minor as it sounds, but it's it's a stumbling block that can really hinder the progress of a relationship. For example, if there is a man who believes a certain thing, but the partner, the wife, does not believe that same thing, or the girlfriend doesn't believe that same thing. If Even if the man has a good intention and the woman misreads his action, that's already misunderstanding. If you say something and your partner misquotes you, your partner has a misunderstanding, and this will even lead to arguments sometimes. So misunderstanding is one thing that you should expect in your new relationship. Expect misunderstanding. There would always be misunderstanding. No matter how you claim you love your partner, there's something your partner would do that will make you question their actions. That you, this partner, you don't love me anymore. You really don't love me. There's something that man will do that will make you question. It can just be something so little, something so silly. You misunderstand your partner. In fact, your partner might really have good intention. So let me give you an example. The man has a car. The girlfriend is standing by the roadside. The girlfriend recognizes the man's car very well, and then the man saw him. The man saw the girlfriend and he tried to slow down, but something happened. What happened? His friend was giving him a signal that, okay, this is an imagination, right? This is just fictional. So we are going to imagine it just as I've said it. So it gave him a signal that his friend is about to finish, and without waiting, although the girlfriend has thought that he's gonna wait and carry her right to where she is going to. This man did not wait and sped off. In his mind, he was thinking he's going to go to, the nearest petrol station to fuel his car. But in the man's wife now, in the woman's mind, her thought is that, what? He left me here. Why did he leave me? He doesn't love me anymore. He saw me. Like, for people that overthink a lot. So he saw me and he left me here. He didn't even bother to carry me. And then this lady, without even thinking about it further, she took a bike and she went home. And the man came back and she was nowhere to be found. Look at this scenario. It might seem so little, but if there is no communication, honestly, everything could end there. Yeah, that's why for every misunderstanding, the only solution to it is communication. Yes, for every misunderstanding, the solution to every misunderstanding is communication. So for someone who is seeking for a new relationship, or is already in a new relationship, or he or she is already has already progressed, into the relationship, and we can no longer call it a new relationship. Have this in mind. There is gonna be misunderstanding. Yes, you are going to misunderstand your partner's action. You can see the example I cited, right? If this lady went home like that, and the lady is already angry, right? And she's like, oh, I'm not going to call him, I'm not going to text him. And the guy was like, nothing really happened. Maybe she just left. It's a scenario, sorry. It's a scenario. Maybe she just left and the guy didn't really, he didn't really see anything that happened wrong. But this lady it's already on her head that the man abandoned her. So if this lady does not talk and tell the man that, oh, this man, this is what happened, the man is going, and the man, after this woman has cleared the air, the man is just going to be like, oh, that's not what happened, this is what happened, this is what happened, and they're going to what, clear the air on that. So what I'm going to be telling a new couple is that for every misunderstanding that you should expect, yes, expect it. So it's the number one stumbling block in your relationship, is the downs of your relationship. You are going to misunderstand your partner's actions, your partner's words, your partner's way of. You're going to misunderstand your partner one way or the other. But how do you overcome that? Yes, that's through communications. Whenever you feel like you are hurt by your partner's actions, your partner might not mean them. You might definitely just misunderstood them. What should you do? Just clear the air by communicating. Communication is very, very powerful and would help you navigate the challenges of a new relationship. Moving on to the next point. What you should expect in that new relationship, another downs to look out for is you would have difficulty trusting your partner. This is very valid because we've seen some scenarios whereby, some ladies have been killed in a relationship because they were not careful enough. They didn't just see it clearly enough and they trusted the man easily. And some men too. Of course, some men have also fathered someone else's child because they trusted the woman easily and some other issues. So there's something that you should expect in your relationship. And what's that thing? Do not expect your partner to easily trust you when you are in a new relationship. Don't expect your partner to trust you with their money, with their phones, their gadgets, with their lives, with their house, with the food. You should not expect that trust easily. There is something they say that trust is earned. You can't just tell me to give you my trust and it will work that way. In fact, that means you are not cautious as a human being, because you need to be cautious about life itself. So there is one thing that you should expect, and that's trust. You should expect that your partner would not easily trust you. Your partner can misunderstand you with another. If you're a lady and you are with another man, your partner can think that, oh, you are trying to double date. Your own is to clear the air, right? And as a man, your woman can also misunderstand that you are trying to cheat on her. Your own is to clear the air and prove that you are not the person that you are not that type of person that will stoop so low to do something dirty. So if your partner says they don't trust you, I don't trust you yet, don't take it to heart. Yes, it is a stumbling block because you naturally wish that your partner is supposed to just trust you ASAP, but it doesn't work that way. Expect trust issues, expect it, but don't rush your love. That love is still going to get to that stage where you guys are now one. You guys cannot trust each other with your ATM cards, your phones, your lives, your house. You can eat each other's food. Yes, that stage will come, but in a new relationship, trust issues should be one thing that you expect. Don't take it so hard on your partner if your partner doesn't trust you yet. If you don't trust each other yet, that doesn't mean that you won't work out. It's just a stumbling block, and all you need to do is to try to prove yourself that you are a trustworthy person. Just be yourself, give it time, don't force it. The good in you will be seen without you prioritizing yourself or working out of the relationship, because even if you work out, you are definitely going to start again afresh with someone else. Moving to the next point on this episode of the G-Star Talk Show, another challenge that you're going to experience in that your new relationship is intellectual differences. Yes, intellectual differences. The way you are going to reason something is going to be so different with the way your partner will reason it. And this can be a stumbling block in any new relationship. It's not easy, it is totally understandable. The way you think would most time or sometimes be totally different. You are going to be saying A, you are going to think in A direction, and your partner will think in B direction, and you believe that you guys are not even meant for each other. There is a way to do that. All you need to do is to try to compromise on your decisions. Try to compromise. What do I mean by compromise? Sometimes you need to leave your own right and meet with your partner's right. And if your partner too should endeavor to do the same. But this is why if you have a partner, just let your partner be watching my show, the Tista Talk show. It's going to be beneficial. So you don't really have to go a long way to try to convince your partner. Honestly, try to learn how to bring down your ideas. You are not always right, even if you are always right. For you to reach that level that you can both comprehend things together and think a certain way, if you always want to argue on your rights, if you always want to make sure you win the point, or if you always want your partner to know that everything you say is always right, then I bet your partner too also wants that same thing, and you both will always go the same thing. You will always go. Yes, you can go and look for someone that is similar to you, but of course, even at a certain point, that new person will also have a different opinion. That does not mean you would break up immediately. What you should do is just to try to compromise. Okay, for an example. Let me give, for example, blue pen is better than a black pen. You are telling your partner that, and your partner is saying, no, the black pen is the best. And this is, this is just an example, because in relationships, it can be as deeper, very deep conversations that you both will not agree on. So I'm just trying to give an example. So what should you do in this situation? You can just, as a man or a woman that you are, you can just say, oh yeah, that's true, blue pen is very, very good, but I just prefer the black pen. You are trying to relate that, or you are trying to relate with your partner that it's not as if they are wrong, right? But that's just what you prefer as a person. But if you just want to say, no, your idea, why would you be liking a black pen? Stuff like that, it will actually, it's a stumbling block already, but you're just trying to navigate because you guys are into the relationship newly. Your ideas does not match. It's just, yes, you both are from very different backgrounds. You both have different upbringings. So why would your intellectual reasoning be the same? It can never be the same. You can only try to build until it matches together. Until it matches, yes. So that's what you should do. And moving to the next point, this one is very, very tough, and it's definitely a stumbling block in a new relationship. More like a new relationship that has passed the honeymoon phase, where everything seems perfect. Your partner has the perfect ideas. Your partner is just very perfect. Your partner is the best person you have ever seen. Your partner is so nice. Your partner never says no to you. When you have passed that stage, what's the next stage? That's constant fights. You should expect constant fights in your relationship, in your new relationship. Expect constant fights. Don't let me say constant fight. Maybe constant disagreement in that new relationship. Yes, if you are on this table and you're already experiencing this and you feel like you should just, I'm not talking about domestic violence type of fights, just disagreements, not agreeing with each other type of fights. That does not mean you should break that relationship. Especially if you are sure that you love your partner and you are very sure that your partner loves you. Constant fights. How do you navigate constant fights? It's very tough, honestly. How to navigate constant fights is by building friendship. Yes, that's how you can navigate constant fights. Is by building friendship. Yeah, in a relationship, there is difference between some people are not friends with their partner. It's just like your friends, your friends. Yes, your friends. There's a way you guys navigate. You guys navigate all those fights. That is also the same way you're going to navigate it in a romantic relationship. You build friendship that is built on something solid, like that is built on a solid foundation rather than the butterfly feelings. I mean, on a solid friendship that is ready to sacrifice, commit, adhere to instructions and leadings, work things out together. Yes, accept that you are very wrong and learning how to say sorry to your partner. In fact, how to navigate constant fights is by ending the fight as soon as possible. Be intentional about ending the fight as soon as possible. Never allow your fight proceed to the next day. Yes, in one of my previous episodes, I talked about you not allowing the same thing that caused the fight in one of my previous episodes to repeat itself. So how do you? Yes, that's also one way to overcome the constant fight period. You try to be very conscious and don't beat yourself up if it happens again. Try to take note of what is causing the issue, what caused the issue, and don't allow it to repeat itself. Talk about it with your partner, settle it in a way. Talk about that issue in a way that you guys know, you guys is aware that you really talked about that difference. Like that particular fight, you guys talked about it and tried to settle it, and you settled it. Not just I'm sorry. What caused the fight? Talk about it. Reassure yourself that reassurance is also very, very necessary while settling fight. Talk about it, talk about what your partner did that was wrong, and let your partner also point out what you did that was wrong. You need to talk about it, and that's the perfect way. Analyze the issue and make sure it doesn't repeat itself. There is less probability that if you ended a fight properly by talking things out, pointing blames to your respective partner, like you both have admitted that you guys are both wrong and you apologize sincerely. Yes, that would ensure that that particular reason, even if something will cause a fight, it won't be that reason, it will be something else, and you guys will repeat. In fact, this is not, if you think that you want to rush love, or you think love is so perfect and that you will not need to fight. Yes, that's not it. What is going to be toxic is you having constant fights that is leading to domestic violence, yelling at each other every day. That's very, very toxic, and in my previous episodes I've talked about that. Constant fights that also involves making the same mistake over and over again too is what is considered toxic. But now it's a guide how to. Constant fight is something that would naturally happen in a new relationship. But that's what I am talking about now, is the way to overcome that constant fight stage by talking things out deeply and making sure whatever caused that fight did not repeat itself. That will be all on today's episode of the Teen Star Talk Show. Part 2 of this topic will come up next week, Friday, 6 p.m. I hope you really enjoyed today's episode. Yeah, I'll be going on a short break and I will be back on the Let Me Share My Opinion segment.
Moment with you feels like a gift from a.
Yeah, you've seen that message, right? Okay, so my notion on this is that, yes, that is very, very true. There is nothing to balance in that statement. Yes, sometimes things happen, and God will not allow that to be our portion. But honestly, if you treat your wife really good, this is not even about your children now. It's about fulfilling your duty as a man. It's about loving your woman, loving and treating her right. Some men really used to say, oh, women enjoy their children more. But what some men did not really realize is that women have really sacrificed a lot. I'm talking about women who came from a broken marriage, like a broken relationship. Women who their men got them pregnant, ran away or was not responsible, beat them, maltreat them, and just keeps womanizing, and the woman just could not take it anymore and raised the children on their own. See, if the child or if your child did not later gives you the attention that you deserve, maybe you just believe that, oh, I'm a father, this is just naturally what I should be getting. I'm so sorry to tell you that it's not done that way. They can't just ignore their mother's sacrifice. And honestly, I've seen a scenario whereby the mother was not there for the children, and the children did not even bother to take care of them, of the woman, of their mother. So this is an unbiased point of view. What you give out mostly is what you will receive back. If you are the type that did not treat your wife very well, you didn't love your wife, you maltreated your wife, and you're expecting your children to really love you in return because you are their father, I'm sorry, you might be making a mistake. Just love your wife extremely, love her, take care of her very well, and your children will just generally be happy, because there is a fantasy your children has in their minds. They see their mates in school, and they just like, oh, so they just want to have that type of life too. And if they are having otherwise in their own homes, they are giving them a trauma. So please take care of your wives well. And that's all on Let Me Share My Opinion segment. Thanks for watching the Digital Talk Show. Keep learning, keep going, and keep building relationships that last. Until next time, stay connected.
And through this life, I feel your presence by my side. Every